So I know a lot of people think I just hate every movie, which is how you can definitely tell they don't actually watch the videos at all. But believe it or not, there are actually a lot of movies that I just unapologetically love. Okay, 10 Things I Hate About You, incredible. Tangled, masterclass. And one of my absolute all-time favorite movies when I was a kid was Hook. Hook came out in 1991. I was about like 3 at the time, but oh boy, you better believe that VHS was in rotation like all the time. I've probably seen this movie at least 20 times. Now, although it's not exactly a Christmas movie per se, like it's definitely a Christmas movie, okay? Not that that really matters much to me anyway, because like one year my big Christmas movie video was Hunger Games, so you know, there's no rules around here. But all the same, as the year winds down, I wanted to go back and check out one of my all-time favorite movies. So come along, fellow people who have long forgotten what a good night's sleep even means. Let's take a walk.
I think it's perfectly sweet of you. I shall give you a kiss if you like. Don't you know what a kiss is? I don't ever want to become a man.
Yeah, my dude, trust me, there's not much upside to growing up, I'll tell you that, all right? Decades of sleep debt, years wasted in bad relationships, poor financial choices you still have to deal with years later. But on the upside, I could buy myself cake whenever I want. Therapy. So this is our main character, Peter. Peter is one of those super busy business lawyer guys who's always on the phone, always having meetings, working all the time, you know?
Brad. Yeah, I'm at my daughter's play. It's impossible. I'm on a plane to London tomorrow night with my family. Brad.
Peter, you're missing it.
All right.
And you know he's a rich, successful business guy, okay? Because he's got one of these babies in 1991? You kidding me right now? Isn't it weird that I kind of wish I had like a super dumb phone like this in 2025? Like I made an Instagram account and after scrolling reels for like 5 minutes, I'm just like, okay, well, this is a disaster. But so Peter gets phone calls during his kids' musicals. He completely misses his son's baseball game because of work and stuff. And he's just really obsessed with doing whatever the heck people with fake white-collar jobs do all the time, you know? Read email, make spreadsheet, have meeting about spreadsheet, send email about meeting about spreadsheet. Wow, I am very adult. Now, for the holidays, Peter and his family are flying to London to meet with his wife's grandmother, Grandma Wendy. But for whatever reason, Peter is dead scared of heights and flying and anything to do with the sky.
For now, please sit back, relax. Enjoy the remainder of the flight. Thank you.
Look what Jack drew.
Okay, all right. Thanks, honey. Appreciate that. So as you can see, Jack is very not happy with his dad always missing his games and never being around because he's always too busy being a businessman.
I'm not going to make it to my next birthday.
You're not going to die without a phone and fax machine.
I'm halfway there. I got the phone in the briefcase.
Talk to him.
You know, I swear, every flight I'm ever on, there's always one kid like throwing baseballs or lighting firecrackers or I don't know, something's going on over there.
Jack.
Will you stop that? You can break a window.
They're double-layered. You can't break them.
Give me that.
Anyway, so they arrive in London and get to Grandma Wendy's little townhouse thing, whatever this is, and everyone is so excited for the holidays.
What? Remember, you're in England, land of good manners. Uncle Toodles.
It's snowing!
You know, I've been to London a few times. I don't think I've ever seen a British person get this excited about literally anything. Like a British person could see their favorite person in the entire world and they're just like, oh, here comes trouble. Who let you in here, knobhead?
Lost.
Lost what?
I've lost my marbles.
Yeah, you and me both, my dude. And finally, we get to meet Grandma Wendy, who may or may not be the original Wendy from the story of Peter Pan, like the play we saw back at the beginning of the movie.
Bag is mine, that one's Maura's, and the two smaller ones are the children's bag.
Hello, boy.
Hello, Wendy.
Okay, I'm sorry. How has Maggie Smith looked exactly the same for 40 years? Like she's been everyone's grandma since like the late 80s. It's like she hit the level cap and then just stopped leveling. She's only 56 in this movie, which is only 16 years older than Robin Williams. Like this is just what living in the UK does to people, I guess. Anyway, so like I said, this is Peter's wife's grandma. Peter's wife is named Moira, by the way, because you always want a little Moira that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, even though this is a family getaway trip, of course, would you believe Peter gets a phone call about work stuff?
Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me a 10-inch owl has a 50-mile mating radius? You're a $5 billion deal falling apart because of this? Why didn't somebody just shoot me in the head?
Bang! Bang!
Well, everybody just shut up!
I'm sorry.
Peter, my dude, it's a cordless phone. Go somewhere else. The kids were here first. You know when you were a kid and your parents are like, I don't enjoy getting mad and yelling at you all the time. But then like now as an adult, I realize, yes, they totally did. That was like therapy for them. So Peter knows he messed up, but also like, why do kids have to be annoying all the time? Explain that.
Your children love you. They want to play with you. How long do you think that lasts? We have a few special years with our children when they're the ones that want us around. After that, you're going to be running after them for a bit of attention. So fast, Peter. It's a few years, and it's over.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy how like you spend your teens seeing your parents as just like the fun police. And then you grow into your 20s and 30s and you realize that your parents are just like dumb humans who clearly had no idea what they were doing the entire time. But okay, so that night, Peter, Moira, and Wendy leave the kids at home to go to this like special dedication dinner because Wendy funded like an orphanage wing at the local hospital. However, when they get back, something is a little off.
Screaming! The children were screaming!
Jack? Please, no. Maggie? Stop.
And so everyone's devastated. It was supposed to be a nice family trip to go see Gate Gamma, but now the kids are kidnapped, Peter's business thing isn't doing whatever it's supposed to do, and everything's just being real butt cheeks right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the police will do everything.
The police can do nothing.
Oh, really? Maybe we should call the American police.
In a crisis, we English always make a cup of tea. Moira, would you?
Tea?
Yes, of course, Grandma. Don't forget to warm the pot.
Yeah, no frickin' duh, Grandma. So later that night, Peter's up in the kids' room just having the time, and right that moment, a weird little something flies in the window and just starts beating him up just right there in the nursery.
Oh, it is you. It is. A big you. I guess it's not bad that you're big. You're always bigger than me. Because only one person has that smell.
Man, Julia Roberts was so cute as Tinkerbell in this movie. This was a very formative time for little Alex, okay? I'm like 10 or 11 years old watching this movie for like the 8th time, you know, and I'm just like, why do I suddenly want Tinkerbell to beat me up?
All right, now. Who am I?
You're, You're a complex Freudian hallucination having something to do with my mother, and I don't know why you have wings.
But you have very lovely legs.
Okay, well, man, you know, stuff like this just went way over my head when I was a kid. But so, after some back and forth, Tinkerbell puts Peter to sleep and wraps him in a blanket parachute thing and takes him all the way to Neverland. Okay, so Peter wakes up. He finds himself in some kind of like pirate town, port city, whatever this is. And here we meet everyone's favorite, Captain James Hook.
I give you the steel-handed stingray, Captain James Hook! See how greatly the men favour you, sir?
The puling spawn, how I despise them.
You know, I can't help but compare this to like the Peter Pan remake we got a couple years ago. Like, why are movies so dark and bland now? Like, where's the whimsy? Where's the color? Where's the fantasy? Everything now is just... yeah. But okay, so long story short, Hook pulls Peter's kids up from under the deck. He's got them trapped in this like giant net thing, and he's telling everyone about his plans to finally get revenge on Peter Pan.
Those are my kids! Those are my kids! Dad! Dad!
Mr. Hook, who are you? I'm Peter Pan, attorney at law. Those are my children, and I want them back, please.
Those are your
children. And you're Peter?
You're Peter?
Yes.
But so, seeing this weird adult man in suspenders, everyone's like, this is Peter Pan? This dude?
Here's the scar where you sliced him up during the Tiger Lily incident, remember? He's Peter Pan, or I've got a dead man's dinghy.
A dead man's what? So Captain Hook is rather put off by adult Peter, because, you know, he wanted this, like, big final battle with his arch nemesis, but now here he is, and he can't fly, he can't use a sword, he can't even play Snake on his phone, and he's scared of heights? Peter Pan? And so Hook tells him to climb up and touch his kid's hands, and he'll let everyone go.
Reach! Come on, Daddy. Mommy could do it.
He's just been away from Neverland so long, he's forgotten everything.
Please don't give up.
So just to summarize here, Tinkerbell negotiates with Hook, and he gives her 3 days to whip Peter into shape so they can have the final battle he always wanted. Because the choice is either that, or Hook just drowns all of them. Like, this movie's crazy dark, man.
Afraid I have decided to cancel the war.
He can't fly, but he can swing!
Kill him.
kill them all.
Classic 90s family movie. And so, Hook keeps the kids and Tinkerbell takes Peter to the Lost Boys Island. Not before he makes out with a bunch of super hot mermaids. I tell you, when you're 10, this part is life-changing. Anyway, so like I said, Peter wakes up in the enclave of the Lost Boys.
Who's the shrub?
I don't know why, but I always love that line. Who's the shrub? And like, again, look at how much more fun this is compared to like the remake or literally any modern movie. Like even compared to like the Wicked movies, right? Which are supposed to be full of whimsy and wonder. Like they couldn't spend just a couple minutes color grading any of this. And you know, even worse than all that. Okay, so this movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, who turns out thinks this movie is like terrible because of how it looks. There are parts of Hook I love. I'm really proud of my work right up through Peter being hauled off in the parachute out the window, heading for Neverland. I'm a little less proud of the Neverland sequences because I'm uncomfortable with that highly stylized world that today, of course, would probably be done with live action character work inside a completely digital set. But we didn't have the technology to do it then, and my imagination only went as far as building physical sets and trying to paint trees blue and red. My dude, that's the best part of the movie! Hello? Like he's mad that he couldn't just use lifeless CG for everything? How do you miss the whole point this badly? Anyway, so in Peter's absence, there's now a new leader of the Lost Boys, Rufio.
That is so dangerous. That's enough! Okay, mister. All right.
So as with the pirates beforehand, no one really believes that this is Peter Pan, you know, the Pan. But Tinkerbell tells everyone that Peter left and grew up, and he just forgot everything, and they need to help him remember.
Boys, listen! He married Winnie's granddaughter. Hook has kidnapped his kids. He's just out of shape. We have to make him bangarang.
Bangarang? Hey, listen, Tinkerbell, I'm down for whatever you're offering, okay? And so we get a big, long Rocky IV training sequence of the kids teaching Peter how to run and get into shape and skateboarding for some reason. But whatever, let's just fast forward a little bit here.
Now, my man, Rick, a serious burger lover, is doing a blind taste test of McDonald's new McLean Deluxe sandwich. Yo, man, the taste is going on.
Come into Pizza Hut and get your kids a pizza pack.
Case 109. A stranger is on your block. With your Spytech rear view glasses, you've got him in sight.
This'll find him.
You placed a trap. Use the Spytech invisible detection kit to follow his footprints.
Cancel the plan. They have Spytech.
Spytech. High-tech equipment that works.
Okay, so slowly but surely, Peter is relearning how to be in Neverland again.
You're doing it.
Doing what?
Using your imagination, Peter.
I love how the Never food they imagine is like 80% just bowls of buttercream. like it's not even food. Like, what is this? There's like one bowl of vegetables that no one touches the entire scene. But now, while most Lost Boys are happy that Peter's back to being his old self, Rufio over here is none too thrilled about giving up the throne to some old guy.
Show me your fastball, Dust Brain. You paunchy, sag-bottom, cute pot.
You are a very poor role model for these kids. Do you know that? I bet you don't even have a 4th grade reading level.
Hemorrhoidal suck navel.
Hemorrhoidal suck navel. Okay, well, none of those words are in the Bible, sir. Now, the very last thing Peter needs to learn is how to fly, which he hasn't quite been successful at yet because he hasn't found, like, his true happy thought. This is honestly the most relatable part of this movie as an adult. Like, yeah, my dude, those days are long gone. Oh boy, a long weekend. Half of it will be spent doing the laundry and house chores I've been putting off the whole week. My paycheck just came in. Half of it's gonna be gone in an instant when I pay for all the basic necessities of just being allowed the privilege of being alive. You can spend your adult money on whatever you want. Oh yeah, like what, Beyblades and Hatsune Miku bed sheets? Okay, actually, yeah, that's pretty cool. Never mind. So eventually, Peter stumbles into a hidden compartment that starts to bring back some memories.
This is Wendy's house. Toodles and Nips built it for her. I remember. Wendy used to sit in that chair. She slept here. Tink, your apartment was right here.
Oh dang, you guys are charging her rent the whole time? Now, being here brings back all these memories for Peter, like how he became a lost boy, how he met Wendy, played by a tiny little baby Gwyneth Paltrow. Finally, he remembers why he left Neverland all those years ago.
Daddy.
Peter, your daddy?
You know why I came back. I know why I grew up. I wanted to be a father.
I've just always dreamed of never sleeping ever again and living in a house that always has projectile vomit somewhere. But so, remembering all of this, Peter has now achieved full Peter Pan. Peter Pan 5th gear.
You are the Pan.
Geez, finally some representation. And so Peter now being fully back in Peter Pan mode, he's about to set off to save his kids from Captain Hook. But before that, Tinkerbell magically transforms into full human size, which is a thing she can do, apparently. Well, this changes everything. Hello, I'm listening.
Oh, Peter, this is the biggest feeling I've ever felt. I love you, Peter Pan.
I love
Yes.
Maura. I love Maura.
Now, okay, so while this has all been happening, the whole time, Captain Hook has had Peter's kids in captivity, right? Smee and Hook get this idea to try to brainwash the kids while they wait for their dad. Because, like, how hilarious would it be if he goes through all the work to save his kids and then they don't even like him anymore? What a hilarious, whimsical prank. Like I said, this movie's crazy dark, man. Like, there's this whole part where Captain Hook tries to
use the self-checkout at Walmart.
I watched it so many times as a kid, and like, this part just like never registered with me at all. Anyway, so brainwashing time.
Before you were born, your parents would stay up all night together just to see the sunrise. Don't be frightened. Maggie, before you were born, they were happier. They were free.
Man, you know, you could never make a movie like this today. Like, obviously the point here is that Hook is a bad guy and he's doing insane bad guy stuff, but like no executive would sign off on this now. People would get way too upset. Like, I can't believe someone would say this in a kid's movie. But back in 1991, you could do anything. They weren't pulling any punches, boy, I tell you that. So the brainwashing doesn't work on the little girl, but Jack over here is already kind of primed and ready for it, you know?
For never letting me jump on my own bed. Always making promises and breaking them. Never letting me blow bubbles in my chocolate milk.
Yeah! Okay, you know what? I was on the fence for a second there, but no, you're right, Jack. That one's a bridge too far. Anyway, so like I said, now that Peter has all of his Super Saiyan powers back, he goes to save his kids from Captain Hook.
Why don't you ask the lad yourself? Jack, someone to see you. Son.
Jack, give me your hand. We're going home.
I am home.
But so, long story short, Peter and the Lost Boys team up and have one last final battle with the pirates, using all the crazy gadgets they could make, like a gun that shoots paint, or a gun that shoots marbles, or a gun that inflicts real pain. Your entire personality is just a combination of other people you've met and movies you've seen, and none of it actually comes from you at all. And you were never really a gifted child, you just did slightly above the bare minimum and have been disproportionately rewarded for it, which instilled a lack of work ethic that has shaped much of your adult life. Hey, come on, man, shut up.
You know you're not really Peter Pan, don't you? This is only a dream. When you wake up, you'll just be Peter Panning, a cold, selfish man who drinks too much, is obsessed with success, and runs and hides from his wife and children.
Like, I don't even drink or have kids, and I'm feeling called out right now. And so, Captain Hook is defeated, and he gets eaten by the carcass of the crocodile that Peter fed his hand to like 100 years ago. Oh, also Rufio dies, by the way.
Looky, looky, I got hooky. I wish I had a dad like you.
Again, man, kids' movies used to be so different. Like he just gets stabbed in the heart. This movie's insane, man. But all the same, the day is saved. Neverland never has to worry about pirates again. And Peter and his kids just fly back home to London and wham, bam, bow, everything's fine.
Jack, Maggie, all you have to do is think one happy thought. You fly like me.
Mommy! My dad.
Jeez, guys, why you gotta make it so weird? I've just been thinking about those hot mermaids this whole time. And so they all end up back in the real world. The kids sneak into their beds to surprise their mom, who understandably just kind of has like a mental breakdown when they're just like there all of a sudden. And Peter climbs up to the window because he's just so gosh darn full of whimsy now. Oh, dude, I totally made out with Julia Roberts. It was crazy.
You know that place between sleep and awake? That place where you still remember dreaming? That's where I'll always love you.
And so Peter has finally remembered all the stuff he forgot. That he used to be Peter Pan, that he wanted to be a dad, and he should probably be a little more grateful for how incredible his life is.
So, your adventures are over.
Oh no. To live will be an awfully big adventure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been doing this a long time. Gets kind of stale after a while, if you ask me. And that's more or less the end of the movie. So for whatever reason, critics hated this movie back in the day. It's sitting at a 29% Rotten Tomatoes, but like, I'm sorry. This is so wrong. This movie is incredible. It's one of those movies that you can watch at any point in your life and it feels like a different movie. Like as a young kid, you relate to Jack. As a teen, you want to be a lost boy. As an adult, you totally understand where Peter and Hook are coming from. And as you get even older still, you relate back to like Wendy and Toodles and how much they miss the bygone days when time lasted forever. When a 3-day weekend felt infinite. When you promised yourself you'd never grow up and now you kick yourself because somehow you let it happen anyway. Obviously, I'm speaking from a place of heavy nostalgia here, but like, I still think this movie is an absolute masterpiece. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. And hey, if you want to say hi, send me an email at alexmeyersfanmail@gmail.com. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.